What if the very thing that broke you, the sleepless nights, the rejection letters, the people who laughed at your dreams, the moments you sat alone wondering if any of it was worth it, what if all of that was not punishment, but preparation? What if every door that slammed in your face was actually redirecting you to a door that only you had the key to open? What if your pain was not random, but it was required to build the exact version of you that the world has never seen before and will never see again? Think about that for a moment. 7 billion people on this planet, and not one of them went through exactly what you went through to get here. Not one of them stood at your crossroads. Not one of them felt your fear and moved forward anyway. Not one of them cried your tears and still showed up the next morning. You are not ordinary. You are not replaceable. You are the product of an unrepeatable journey, and what you carry inside you right now is something the world desperately needs. Stay with me, because what I am about to tell you will change the way you see yourself forever. What if the most powerful thing you possess is not your education, not your talent, not your connections, not your resources, but the journey itself? What if the single greatest competitive advantage you carry into every room you walk into, every dream you chase, every mountain you decide to climb, is the fact that no one, absolutely no one on the face of this earth went through exactly what you went through to get here? Sit with that thought. Let it settle into your bones. Because most people spend their entire lives comparing themselves to others, looking left and right, measuring their progress against someone else's highlight reel, feeling inadequate because their story doesn't look as polished, as painless, or as perfect as the person standing next to them. But here is the profound truth that most people never discover. Your story was never supposed to look like someone else's. It was never supposed to feel like someone else's. It was never supposed to be someone else's. The struggles that visited your doorstep, they chose you specifically. They did not knock on your neighbor's door. They did not arrive at a stranger's house. They came to you. And for a very long time, you may have asked the question that every human being eventually asks in the depth of their lowest moment. Why me? Why is this happening to me? Why must I carry this weight? Why must I face this particular darkness? Why must I endure this particular pain? But I want to challenge you today to flip that question entirely. Instead of asking, why me? Begin asking, what for? What is this preparing me for? What is this building inside me? What strength is being forged in this fire that cannot be produced any other way? Because here is what the greatest thinkers in human history understood. That which does not destroy you does not simply make you stronger. It makes you specific. It makes you unique. It carves out of you something that has never existed in the universe before and will never exist again once you are gone. Think about the concept of a burning desire. A real, consuming, relentless desire. The kind that wakes you up before the alarm. The kind that keeps you working when everyone else has gone to sleep. The kind that refuses to be extinguished by rejection or ridicule or failure. Now ask yourself, where does that kind of desire come from? Does it come from comfort? Does it come from a life that handed you everything on a silver platter? Does it come from a smooth, uninterrupted road with no potholes, no dead ends, no wrong turns? Absolutely not. That kind of burning desire, the kind that changes destinies, is born from pain. It is born from lack. It is born from the moment you decided that you had seen enough of what you did not want, and you made a decision, a definitive, unshakable, total decision that you were going to create something different. That decision was shaped by your experience, only your experience. And that is why no one can replicate it. Consider the concept of faith, not blind faith, not borrowed faith, not the kind of faith you read about in someone else's autobiography and try to apply to your own life. I am talking about earned faith. The faith that was built brick by brick through your trials. The faith that was tested in your fire. The faith that you almost lost. Maybe you did lose it for a season, but somehow in the darkest corner of your darkest night, a small ember refused to go out, and you rebuilt it. You rebuilt your faith from the ashes of your own devastation. That kind of faith cannot be taught in a classroom. It cannot be transferred from one person to another. It cannot be downloaded, copied, or manufactured. It is earned through living. And you lived it. You earned it. Every single drop of it belongs to you. Now let us talk about the people who tried to stop you, the people who told you that your dreams were too big, your ambitions were unrealistic, your vision was foolish, the family members who raised an eyebrow, the friends who slowly disappeared when they saw you choosing growth over comfort, the employers who rejected your application, the investors who said no, the audiences who did not show up, the markets that did not respond. Every single one of those moments of rejection, every single one of those closed doors, every single one of those humiliating setbacks, they were adding layers to you, invisible layers, layers of wisdom that you cannot find in any book, layers of resilience that no seminar can install in you, layers of emotional toughness that no coach can give you, because those layers only grow through experience, through your experience specifically. Here is something that most people tragically overlook: the knowledge of self, knowing who you truly are, knowing your breaking point and the fact that you can go beyond it, knowing that you can be knocked down to your knees and still find a way to stand, knowing that fear is real, but that it is not the final word, that self-knowledge is the most valuable possession a human being can own. And you cannot acquire it by reading someone else's story. You can be inspired by someone else's story. You can be motivated, you can be encouraged, you can be pointed in a direction, but the actual knowing comes from walking your path and surviving what your path required of you. And survival, real survival, the kind where you look back and cannot fully explain how you made it through, that survival is your proof. It is your evidence. It is your testimony that there is something inside you that is stronger than your circumstances, more powerful than your obstacles, more durable than your pain. And that something, that inner force, was shaped by a journey that no one else took, which means no one else has what you have. No one else carries what you carry. No one else can do what you can do in exactly the way you can do it. This is why comparison is the most dangerous thief of human potential. When you look at someone else's journey and wish you had their path, you are essentially wishing away the very thing that makes you extraordinary. You are wishing away the very experiences that gave you your specific wisdom, your specific resilience, your specific perspective, your specific power. The person you are comparing yourself to went through their own unrepeatable journey to develop their own unrepeatable strength. And you went through yours. Both are valid, both are powerful, both are necessary, but they are not interchangeable. Now let us talk about persistence, because persistence is perhaps the most personal quality that a human being can develop. The way you kept going is unlike the way anyone else kept going. The reasons that kept you moving when everything said stop, those reasons were born from your life, your responsibilities, your love, your hunger, your vision. The face you saw in your mind when you wanted to give up, that face belongs to your story. The promise you made to yourself in that quiet moment of desperation, that promise was made in your language, in your heart, rooted in your history. That kind of persistence has your name on it. It is your signature. And a signature cannot be forged without detection. Yours cannot be copied because the hand that wrote it, your hand, is one of a kind. Every mentor, every teacher, every book, every seminar, every motivational speech, including this one, can only do one thing for you. They can illuminate the path. They can shine a light in a dark corridor and say, look, there is a way through. But the walking, the actual physical, emotional, spiritual walking that you must do yourself. And every step you have taken, every stumble, every fall, every time you dragged yourself back up, all of it has been adding up. All of it has been compounding. All of it has been building something inside you that is the result of an investment that spans years, perhaps decades, of your life. There is a law in this universe, as constant and as reliable as the law of gravity, that says equivalent benefit always hides inside every adversity. Every single failure you experienced was making a deposit into your account of wisdom. Every rejection was filtering out the wrong opportunities so the right ones could reach you. Every closed door was protecting you from a room you were not yet ready to enter. Every loss was clearing space for a gain that required a stronger version of you to receive it. And all of that filtering, all of that protection, all of that preparation, it was personalized. It was customized for you. It had your name on it from the very beginning. So when you walk into a room, any room, when you sit across from an opportunity, when you stand at the edge of your next big decision, when you look in the mirror and wonder whether you are enough, I want you to remember this. You are not just a person. You are the product of an unrepeatable process. You are the living, breathing result of a journey that has never been taken before and will never be taken again. The world has seen billions of human beings. It has never seen you, not the you that was forged in your specific fire, not the you that carries your specific scars and your specific wisdom and your specific faith and your specific hunger. That version of you is a first edition. And first editions are priceless. Your past was not wasted. Your pain was not random. Your struggle was not a mistake. It was all a masterclass, one that was designed specifically for you, delivered specifically to you, and deposited specifically into you. And now you carry it. Now you own it. Now it is yours to use, yours to build with, yours to give to the world in a way that only you can give it. Do not shrink from your story. Do not apologize for where you came from. Do not minimize what you survived. Do not downplay what it cost you to stand where you are standing right now. Because where you are standing right now, this exact point in your life was earned. It was hard earned in the most personal, most specific, most unrepeatable way possible. Own it, live it, build with it, and never, not for a single moment, apologize for the journey that made you who you are.